What is up, Washington fans? So it's another Football Friday. Hope everybody has a great weekend once again. We're going up against the Ravens. The Battle of the Beltway. Battle of the Beltway. You know, we have beat the Ravens the last two times we played them. People forget that because we only play them every 4 years. We still could have been fans in the stands for this one, but this one's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one. My keys to victory on this one, or keys to winning this game, is I would say turnovers. Turnovers. We cannot turn the football over. That's what killed us last game. That's what shot us in the foot. And I'll address this one thing real quick. JP Finley had an article about Dwayne Haskins, and it said change is coming or something like that. I'm paraphrasing right now. Basically, he sat down with Ron Rivera, and the article saying that change could come soon. Change could come soon if Haskins doesn't play better. I'm trying to find an article right here, but basically he's saying, change. He said, coaches met with Dwayne Haskins this week to make clear he understands he needs to play better or things could soon change. So that's what JP Finley wrote. I believe it's true. Some people don't know if it's true, but I think that is true. And, we'll see what happens, man. I really don't feel like this is a game where you should bench Dwayne Haskins if he doesn't play well. Let's say if he throws like 4 picks, it's looking real bad, and you might have to sit the young man down. I know he's 23 years old, but I want to see Dwayne play the whole 16-game season. I want to see what he can do before they pull the plug and move on next year in the draft. If Ron decides to move on in the draft, I just want to see him at least get some kind of a chance. And I don't think 4 games is enough games to really see what you have in Dwayne Haskins, especially against the Ravens. You know, the Ravens are just a better team than us right now. They are. They were better than us last year as well. So I just don't feel like life isn't fair, but I don't think this is a fair game to really sit Dwayne down or bench him. I think he should definitely take his bumps and lumps because I don't feel like Kyle Allen would give us an opportunity to beat the Ravens. I don't think Alex Smith would give us an opportunity to beat the Ravens. I just don't believe that at all. Now, the Giants game, when we play the Giants, if Dwayne is stinking it up, then you might really have to consider putting Kyle Allen in because the Giants game is a winnable game. I really feel like it's terrible if we lose to the Giants. I really do. I feel like that's a huge loss if we lose to the Giants. I think that's a team that we should definitely win against. But the Ravens is not a game where I'm like, oh, let's just take Dwayne Haskins out of the game because I'm not gonna say it's not a winnable game, but it's not like a game. We're 14.5 dogs. We're 2 touchdown dogs in this game. Let's keep it real. So, and Steve Sims is out. Isaiah Wright is probably going to start at slot. Terry McLaurin's questionable. Chase Young is out for the game. Matt Ryan is out for the season. So, this one's looking tough. It is. We got a lot of guys banged up in this game. Of course, offensive line. Sadiq Charles is supposed to be playing today. That's what I'm hearing. On Sunday, that's what I'm hearing. But I'll get back to the keys to victory for this game. Turnover battle. You got to win the turnover battle. Can't turn over the football like we did against the Browns because the Ravens will definitely turn those into touchdowns. They'll run down our throats just like Chubb and Hunt did with Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins and Mark Ingram and Lamar Jackson himself. They'll run the ball down our throats if we turn the football over. They're just going to run it down, and try to throw the ball to Hollywood Brown or Mark Andrews. Cannot turn over the football. Time of possession. You got to keep the ball out of Lamar Jackson's hands. That's what the Chiefs did. It's easier said than done, but you got to keep the ball out of Lamar's hands, keep the ball out of that running attack's hands, and win the time of possession. Let's get Antonio Gibson involved. Let's get him the football. He's been playing really well when he gets touches. He's done good things. He's breaking tackles. I think he's like the league leader in breaking tackles or something like that with his touches with running backs. So got to give him the football more. Got to give Gibson the football more. J.D. McKissick, get him involved. So let's run the football. We haven't really focused on running the football. I know we've been down 17-0, 10-0. Haven't really focused on running the football. And the run game can help out a young quarterback. You need a run game to help a young quarterback. And we haven't really used it. Haven't really stuck with it. So I want to see us try to stick with running the football. So let's do that. Win time of possession. Third is trying to contain Lamar Jackson. It's easier said than done, but in an interesting stat here, in the slow starts as well. I think that's my third. The slow starts. Cannot go to a slow start. Cannot start our down, or it will get ugly because the Ravens, they don't want to play from behind. They don't want to play from behind. Another interesting stat I have about Lamar is that he's 20-0 when he's leading at the half and 0-6 when trailing at the half. I think he's like 0-5 whenever he's down by 10. And the reason why is because Lamar has to drop back and become a pocket passer because when you're playing down, you don't want to run the football. They get that sense of urgency. You see the Chiefs game, they were down the whole game. So they had that urgency. They gave up on the run game. they wanted to throw the ball and go into a throwing match with Pat Mahomes, you're going to lose. And Lamar Jackson, he's not there yet as a pocket passer. That's just not his game. You know, he has to throw the ball outside of the numbers. That's not his thing. You know, you want to lock down the middle of the field. That's what we have to do. We have to take away. Somehow we're not the best with guarding tight ends. We got to find a way to take Mark Andrews out of the game or contain him or limit him and make the outside guys beat us. Make Willie Snead beat us. Make guys like that beat us. Lock down on Hollywood Brown, but we got to stop their receivers. And their receivers were struggling. Their receivers aren't a talented bunch. They do have Devin Duvernay, who has a lot of speed, had a kick return last game. But you got to limit the middle of the field. We got to stop the middle of the field. That's what Lamar Jackson wants to do. He wants to do play action, read option, zone reads, and throw the ball to his big tight ends or throw the ball downfield to Hollywood Brown. So we got to stop the middle of the field. We got to contain Lamar Jackson on that. Outside rushes, Montez Sweat has to have a huge game. Ryan Kerrigan has to step up and have a big game. Jerome Payne, Tim Sells got to step up. John Allen, all those guys got to get a good rush in the interior and then force guys like Montez Sweat to get back there and get a sack on Lamar. Lamar will try to create plays with his legs. We all know that. Sometimes he'll get himself in a little bit of trouble trying to create a little too much as well. So I feel like we can definitely get them there. Their offensive line has struggled. You know, Marshall Yonda retired. Some of his replacements have filled in. They haven't been the best. Tyreek Phillips is a rookie. DJ Fluker on the offensive line as well. He's been in and out of the lineup. So they've struggled a little bit with their offensive line. They definitely have some interior holes there. Like I said, after Marshall Yonda retired, you know, his replacements haven't really been the best. So their offensive line has been struggling this year so far. They gave up 4 sacks against the Chiefs. So let's see if we can do that. You know, our defensive line is a great defensive line. So let's try to at least get 4 sacks. Easier said than done once again. Those are the ways we can win this game, by having tough defense, not turning over the football, running the football, establishing a run game, getting Dwayne comfortable. Let's get him with some quick passes again. I like the up-tempo offense, but let's try to get some running plays with that too. First down, I would just try to get the ball to McLaurin. Their defense has holes as well. Marcus Peters, he likes to gamble. He loves to gamble. That's his thing. He got a couple pick sixes last year, got some interceptions, but one thing he loves to do is gamble. You saw what the Chiefs did with that. Andy Reid knew about Marcus Peters, so he threw a deep bomb to McCole Hardman because you can watch Marcus Peters' eyes. Dwayne, you got to watch Marcus Peters. He wants to bite up and get an interception. That's what he wants to do. He wants to make a big play, so exploit that. Deshaun Elliott, the safety, he gets burnt in coverage as well. Sometimes he's confused and he gets burnt in coverage. You can beat him deep with Terry McLaurin. If Terry McLaurin does play, and I want to see Isaiah Wright. Let's have some go routes for Isaiah Wright. Let's just send him deep too. He's another speed guy. He adds speed. Antonio Gandy going. Let's get him involved. Inman with some possession catches as well. So. Let's see what we can do there. You know, Patrick Queen is a rookie. Exploit him with the Antonio Gibson matchup in coverage. Malik Harrison, those guys are young. Patrick Queen is a rookie, so you can definitely exploit him in coverage. I feel like with Antonio Gibson and the J.D. McKissick matchup. So they got some holes on defense. Now, their defense is a great defense, but I feel like there's some guys that you can definitely expose on their defense. The pass rush hasn't been great for the Ravens so far. Matt Judon is a good pass rusher, but he hasn't got a sack at all this year. He might get one on Sunday, but he hasn't got one so far. So the pass rush is a weakness on their defense. They like to blitz a lot, so Dwayne has to be ready for that. A lot of quick hitters, getting the ball out quickly, getting the ball out. Hit Dwayne, if you have to check down the ball, learn from Alex Smith. Go ahead and check the ball down, man. Don't throw interceptions. One thing I do think Dwayne is going to do better this year is protecting the football. I really do. I don't think he's going to throw a whole bunch of interceptions. I really don't. I think he's going to get the ball out quick. I think we're going to try to trust in the run game a little bit more this time to help out a young quarterback. I know the Ravens' run defense is pretty good too, but you know we got to try with the run game. I don't think we tried hard enough with the run game. We just went away from it because we've been down so much, so we cannot have those slow starts once again. It is looking tough. Like I said, Steve Sims is out. Bryce Love is put on injury reserve. If you didn't know, Ron Rivera said his knee is swelling, so Bryce Love is on injury reserve. Only be on injury reserve for 3 games. It doesn't have to be like the whole season like the rule used to be. So he'll be out for 3 games. Like I said, get Gibson involved. Get McKissick involved. Get Gandy going. Get everybody involved. We got to target Terry. We have to target Terry at least 15 times. He's the best player on this offense by far. He deserves 15 targets, man. He deserves 15 targets. This should be a good game for Terry McLaurin. Every game is going to be a good game for Terry McLaurin, but I like that matchup against Marcus Peters. I think Marcus Peters likes to gamble a lot. And we definitely should be able to get the ball scoring Terry McLaurin. So it's tough, man. Troy Apke's got to play better. Landon Collins, he has to tackle. This is a game where you have to tackle. You cannot miss any tackles. We don't have time because Lamar is going to try to run and do his thing, get out in open space and make moves and make guys miss. So, we went up against Kyler Murray. We got to be more aggressive. We got to be more aggressive on defense this game. So go at that offensive line, blitz a little bit, mix it up, keep a spy on Lamar. And we should be able to keep this game a little competitive. Everything goes. If we don't turn over the football, I think we can keep it within 10 to 7 points. I really do. If we don't turn over the football, all we need is a chance at the end. If Ron Rivera decides to actually use his timeouts at the end, then maybe we can cut it to 7 or 6 at the end, or 5 or something like that. If he decides to run a 2-minute drill at the end of the game, we don't want to get blown out. Next thing you know, they throw RG3 in the game. Taking a knee, running around with the last 5 minutes of the game. If that's the kind of game it is, I probably will not watch. Once they put RG3 in the game, I probably will, if it's that bad where we're getting blown out, then I'm probably going to turn the game off. So, but yeah, I think we can keep it a competitive game. My final score prediction for this one, I think I had it like 32-24 or something like that. I might take it down to like 24-16. I'll say 24-16. Ravens win this game. I hate to say it, but we just don't have the offensive talent. We just don't have the roster right now to compete with a team that's trying to compete for a Super Bowl. This is a team that's capable of going to an AFC championship. They are. The Ravens are. Lamar Jackson, the reigning MVP. So I think the Ravens they're just more polished right now. They have more veteran talent, guys that have been there, done that before. And we have guys like Dwayne Haskins, who's developing at the quarterback position. Now we're probably going to start Isaiah Wright, at the slot receiver position, undrafted guy who I really like a lot. And then we're starting Dontrell Inman and Terry McLaurin and Logan Thomas at tight end. They got Mark Andrews and Nick Boyle. You just look at the talent difference, and it's a pretty big talent difference, to be honest. And I think, it's just how it is. Now, if our defense can get back there to Lamar and rattle him a little bit, and we force him to get in the pocket and stay in the pocket and force him to be a pocket passing quarterback, which the Chiefs did last week, then, hey, we got a chance to actually be competitive in this game. But if not, then it could get ugly. It really could. So we got to get off the field on third downs. We got to convert on third downs. We've been awful offensively on third downs, been awful passing the football. So we just got to do better. And once again, I believe in Dwayne Haskins. I do. I'm a Haskins supporter. I'm a Haskins believer. Don't ever change or believe that I'm otherwise. I am a Dwayne Haskins believer. I think he does. I think he should get the full 16-game season. You just can't turn over the football. He played bad against the Browns. The Cardinals game, I wasn't that mad at Dwayne, but the Browns game was really bad. It was bad, where he just turned over the football, made bad throws, inaccurate throws, wobbly, non-spiral football throws. It was bad in the second half, and he had some flashes here and there. So let's see what he does. Like I said, I would not pull him if it gets bad. And I don't think he's going to have a Nathan Peterman game where he's going to throw like 5 picks or anything like that. But, I honestly wouldn't pull him because I don't think Kyle Allen gives us a chance to win this game. And I don't think Alex Smith gives us a chance either to win this football game. So, all right, you guys, let me know what you guys think. I think it's going to be 24-16 Ravens win. And we'll be 1-3 and possibly still be atop of the NFC least by the end of this week. I think the Eagles are going to lose to the Niners with Nick Mullins. The Cowboys, I think they play the Browns. The Browns, you never know. The Browns might surprise them. Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, they might have a good day running the football. You never know. And the Giants are the Giants, so I don't know who they play. I think they play the Rams, so they're going to get blown out by like 15, 14, 20 points. So, all right, y'all. Have a great weekend. Hail to the football team. Peace. Oh, yeah, once again, shout out to DC Bay and Kenny Man Fitness for coming on the channel last week with the Elite channel members, or on Tuesday a couple of days ago. We had a blast on there. Make sure you guys check out Kenny Man Fitness, his YouTube channel. He does workout videos. So y'all trying to get your workout on, lose weight, and get fit and get buff, get strong, make sure you guys check him out. All right, y'all. Hail to the football team. Peace.